defeat begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Off the play fake. Watkins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. From the gun on third down. Watkins. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. On third down, Watkins. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. On second down, a run with Patterson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. Here's Pierce. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a fourth and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
York able to send this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And the Colts getting ready to go. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You've got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
From the gun on third down, Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on first down, Watkins. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. Brings up third down. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They'll run here with Taylor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First catch of this round card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down, and that'll be a gain of 21 yards. Looking to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete here. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Cade York on now for the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. York able to send this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
On first down, Watkins. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Watkins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Devontae Adams, 42 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Houston set to take over. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. He completes it to Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, first down.
Second and short, that's a run down. So it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Back to throw here. There again is Cooks, complete. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth.
A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. Second and 3.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. York able to send this one through.
And that'll get the lead down to 5.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 1st and 10, Watkins got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams.
To throw on second down. Watkins. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down. Watkins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Operating from the gun. Watkins. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Watkins. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side, complete. That's Patterson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the line. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get him next.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 68 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will lead to a third and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll set up a throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 4 yards out. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. How does the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Looking to throw. Watkins delivers another one to Pierce. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. We'll get this to about the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught here by Adams. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. That'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll need a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Watkins flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
I like how they started the 3rd quarter where they forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A run for Pierce out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. He'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
York able to send this one through,
and that will cut the lead down to just 2. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm, because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Colts coming out now.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out? Just what you said.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And he's got Pierce.
The offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Watkins.
Left side, he finds Pierce. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, are typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the night. And the Colts have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown in the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Pulled in by Avant. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins. Avant brings it in. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Texans offense set to regain possession. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. action. They'll throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Back to throw again. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Touchdown, Texans! Brandon Cooks from a yard out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Watkins. Pass incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. To throw again. Watkins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Well, they only need about a half a foot. It's overtime, but they're back in their own territory.
And you know those decision makers that are battling inside the head coach's mind right now? One saying, hey, offense is pretty good. Other one saying, no, rely on your defense. That's what you've got to decide in this situation. Where do you have the confidence? That determines what you're going to do.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and now Indianapolis set to take the field. On first down, Watkins. Flushed out right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. To throw on third down, Watkins.
Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down.
Fielded just inside the 30. Shifts by him. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
Houston set to take over. But Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pierce now up the middle.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by OBJ.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Yeah, Pierce gets it again on second down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Going for it with Pierce. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get in overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, Abraham. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 35. On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, do you try for more yardage or get to the spot that your kicker wants? Here's second down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They got to get to the 23 here on third. From the gun, it's Taylor. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
And a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.